my arms up, I have armpit hair poking out from underneath my sleeve, so I'm going to put that away. Yeah. Hi, everybody. Hi, Greg on. Pew, pew, pew. Brap, brap.
Hey, should we start this with an exciting announcement? I just got breaking news. Even you don't know about this.
What is the breaking news, Hal Lublin?
Every year for the holidays, what do we do?
You celebrate.
No, you and I and this show.
Oh, did we get confirmation?
Just got confirmation. In fact, I was late reaching out to her, which is my fault, but I reached out to her about 10 minutes ago, and we just got confirmation we will have Paget Brewster back for our annual clean sleigh. So start noodling. Don't put them in the comments. Wait, you know what? Hold on. Let me clear. I always want to say what this is. Yeah. Is that okay, Mark, if I do that?
Sure.
And then we can do that. Thank you very much, Leslie. Yeah. This is a town hall. This is the opportunity for you who listen to the show to talk to us who make the show, to give us questions either about the making of the show or feedback if there's something that you liked.
So bring on the topics.
Yeah. No, stop.
No, that's not what we're doing.
No. Decisions you agree with, decisions you didn't agree with, what you like. I'm always interested, because I have a marketing degree, so I always think this way. What it is that you like and don't like in particular episodes. Like, I like when you spend less time on the topic and more time on tangents, or I don't like that. I like when it's when you go through a list of things and talk pros and cons. Like, anything there is fair game. We want to hear from you, and also we're not going to be settling any topics right now, so we will not. Ken is controlling what goes up on the screen, and I'm going to trust that he will not put topic suggestions up, even if they're for later episodes. He can save them. We'll review them later.
Yeah, heck yes, Paget, clean slay indeed. By the way, Sarah, that was the entirety of the conversation about my armpit hair. You didn't come in on any conversation. It began right there. We see the same countdown clock.
Let me see. Raise your arm again. I don't really see it. I thought it was going to be.
It's not bad. You know what I did? I tucked it in.
Yeah, like a hair grenade went off under your and it's just flying out, but it doesn't look like that at all.
Yeah, sometimes it looks like bicycle tassels.
Yeah.
Here we go. Okay, our first topic of the day.
No.
Italian body hair. Better to stick out of the neckline or the armpits. Neither. Ears. Just going straight out the ears. Yeah. That's the way. Yeah.
Have you had ear hair yet? Have you had to deal with that?
I have. I have not a ton. Not bad. But you know what I get? And I get it in my eyebrows too, where it's not it's not all growing. There's one follicle where one hair grows crazy long.
I get a couple of them, so I look like the wise owl on the potato chip bag. Like Wise the brand, not a wise owl.
No. The wisest of owls is the one on the Tootsie Roll packaging.
That's right.
Yeah. Because he knows how many licks.
Well, he eats the Tootsie Roll. He eats the Tootsie Pop. He uses it as a cover.
Best scented candle was great, but I love a bit. Hi, Kate, and thanks. Yeah,
by the way, because I walk the walk and talk the talk.
Yeah, Yankee Candle
lit
Christmas
and
cookie.
running right now.
I have mine on my desk right now. The other ones I have, all my pine ones are behind me on that table. But I did bring out my Trix candle. I wish all you can see that it says Trix on the bottom. I wish I still had the label that had the Trix rabbit and everything. But I thought this looked better on a coffee table than just me having a branded Trix rabbit sitting there.
I think that's a good conversation starter. Somebody go, Trix candle? And then you can talk about it. Then you have a 45-second conversation after it's I got it on a website. It's supposed to smell like Trix. They go, okay. So where are we going for dinner tonight?
Anyway, yeah. Oh my gosh. From NHM.
From NIM?
NIM.
No.
Oh, the owl. There was an owl in NIM.
Not NIM. I don't know what NHM
Nicodemus was that. What was Nicodemus? He was a rat. He was another rat, wasn't he?
I don't know what NHM is. But yes, why not?
The National Health Ministry.
Yes, I look like the owl from the National Health Ministry. You look like the owl
from the National Health Ministry.
Yes.
Hello.
Turn your head and cough.
Yeah. No. All the way around. All the way. Turn on your diffuser, Steven.
Oh, is that the purple thing behind you?
Yeah, that's that purple. I can never pick which hand is the correct one. That one is the.
What's
diffuser.
The scent going through there?
The scent going through there is Thieves. I use Thieves oil a lot, which is an ancient oil made up of. It's like It's like clove, lemon, bergamot. It's like a bunch of different things, and it was made famous. Yes, Nim, awesome.
Okay. All right, cool.
It's all these different things, and it actually became famous during the bubonic plague, called thieves' oil because thieves would use it to mask the smell of the corpses they were robbing. So, don't ask me why I have corpse smell cover up in my apartment right now. I highly recommend thieves' oil. It smells really good, and it's good for ailments.
I didn't have a single question.
Good. Does anyone have a single question, or is Ken gonna throw down some trivia? By the way, at the beginning it said Q&A. What did it say? It said Q&A forum trivia.
Yes.
And I thought,
exclamation point.
Without commas, it looked like we were having trivia questions about the Q&A that we were having. Mm-hmm. So, Hal, what was the first thing we talked about in this town hall?
Your armpit hair.
Woohoo! Little armpits.
By the way, you went to the Dodgers game. You got to go to, what was it, game 3?
No, we went to game 2.
You went to game 2.
Yeah.
Was that your first time at a baseball playoff game?
You know what's funny? I thought it was. I was like, yeah, this is my first time at a playoff game. But then I found when they were giving out rally towels as part of it, I was like, oh, yeah, they do only give out rally towels in the postseason. And I went and looked, and I have a rally towel from like 2007. So I guess I went way, way long ago and didn't remember that it was a playoff game. This was the most heartbreaking of the playoff games I've been to. We thought we were going to come back around because we were recording an episode until like the second inning. I picked up Annie, and we got to the theater. We got to the theater by the fifth intermission. We got to the stadium in time for the fourth inning, right as Freddie Freeman's walk-up music was playing, and they had a bit of a rally, but then they could not pull out of it. Go Phils.
Yeah.
So I'm rooting for the Phillies now.
Yes, but please, welcome. There's always room on our bandwagon. We're a fun, scrappy team.
You are.
I realized while you were saying that your first playoff game was at Dodger Stadium in 2007. Mm-hmm. My first ever playoff game was at Dodger Stadium in 2008.
Oh yeah,
and the Phillies. That was game 4, I think, 3 or 4 of that series, where Matt Stairs hit a home run. But the Phillies came back and won that game. Yeah. They won that series 4-1. But that was a fun walk back to our car through the parking lot, because it was the Dodgers fan base had gotten a little unsavory at that point. That was like the dollar dog Tuesdays, where it'd be like just anybody would come in just to get a hot dog and just. I felt unsafe, but not in a way that not like these fans are going to harass me. It's like somebody could just be waiting out here to do a murder.
Yeah, I get that.
Just looking for an excuse. But that was a really, playoff baseball is really fun. It's been fun watching the games on TV.
Yeah.
Always
and it's fun to see players that I love from former Dodgers doing well right now too.
Yeah.
It's fun to root for the ones that have flown the roost. Can I tell you a quick hot dog danger story?
Yeah.
I felt unsafe around hot dogs that happened to me yesterday.
Yeah.
I was getting on the subway in Los Angeles on the Red Line Metro, and a guy got on and said, "Hey everybody, I'm selling concessions. I've got like my cart where I'm selling concessions. If anybody wants to buy anything, sometimes people come on the subway, buskers or somebody selling something." Yeah. This guy sat down in the middle of the aisle and pulled out one of those like street carts where they take the silver tray and actually griddle the hot dogs. Right there, he just started cooking hot dogs. So I was only with him for one stop, but I imagine that those things are designed to be ventilated outside. There is a container of propane underneath that thing that is keeping that thing hot. So this guy started straight up making street dogs inside the subway yesterday. And I say, God bless him. I hope that it aired out every time they stopped.
Yeah. Hey, everybody climb aboard the hot dog sauna. We're heading down to Koreatown.
That's the thing. I was like, this thing is going to this is enclosed in a tunnel and is going to get very smoky with onion and bacon scent very soon.
Doing the bacon wrap dogs?
Yeah. Doing the whole thing, man.
Is that a very specific Los Angeles thing? I feel like I know the bacon wrap dog is like
Respect the hustle is right. Yeah.
Yeah. Every state fair, but I feel like seeing them outside, like at sporting events and stuff, feels very Los Angeles to me.
Yeah.
Is that accurate?
It does sound like an intermission on a hot dog danger time. Yes. The best, I'll tell you the best. Yes, I think that's accurate. The best tailgate in Los Angeles is for LAFC matches because that is where you go and everybody is out there grilling hot dogs, bacon wrapped dogs, Sonora dogs for the Arizonans in the crowd, carne asada for the locals in the crowd. And it's also where I got my first proper michelada with tamarind paste to hold the tahine on the cup.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a culinary experience just to come to LA during LAFC season and go to one of the tailgates.
Yeah, LA's a fantastic food town.
Yeah, it is. Do we have any questions, Ken, or do you have any trivia questions for us? Kate, what you reading?
People are asking each other questions in the comments. This is perfect.
This makes
me
so happy.
I'm gonna see like
what's Kate reading? Hey, you stole my question. Yeah. Well, Kate, what are you reading? You're a librarian. Now we're just waiting for. Isn't tamarind a type of monkey? You know what? It is yes, and what they're putting on there is monkey paste
and a type of theater.
A
that
gooey
is no
monkey
longer
paste
around in Los Angeles.
That's right. Do you remember the Tamarind Theater with the dude?
I did a show there while that show was going on. I was doing Ron West's Who Killed Friar Lawrence.
Was that during the Hamlet?
Yeah.
For those who don't know, the Tamarind Theater in LA, it is now UCB, but before it was the OGLA UCB, it was that was a lot of letters in one phrase.
Yeah.
It was the Tamarind Theater, which was run by one very Tommy Wiseau-esque dude.
Yes.
Who had one giant dressing room for himself and a tiny dressing room for everyone else. There we go. Tamarind monkeys, tamarind trees.
Yeah. So this theater, the last production that he ever staged there was a one-man, I think it was a one-man Hamlet, wasn't it? Or was it just him as Hamlet? I don't remember.
It was not a one-man. It was him as Hamlet.
He produced Hamlet so that he could play Hamlet, and the billboard was him kissing Yorick's skull, like he's just holding it up for a kiss. And I was doing a show there called "The People versus Who Killed Romeo and Juliet: The People versus Friar Lawrence." I think was maybe the full title of it, by Ron West.
The People versus People versus Friar Lawrence.
And it had a lot of people in it who would go on to greater things. Most notably Nicole Parker, who went on to Mad TV and Wicked, and now does a lot of stuff with Paul, which is great.
Super funny.
We did a run after doing like a workshop show at Second City. We did a full run at the Tamarind, and it was like when he wasn't doing his show, and the only way to get from stage right to stage left without being detected by the audience is to go. You have to go behind the audience and underneath the offices that are underneath the lighting booth, and that's how you come out the other side. It's just the scrim, like the back. It's just too small. It's too narrow back there for you to really cross. But he wouldn't allow us to use that as a pass through, and I don't remember why. But
because he was notoriously a jerk.
Yeah, notoriously a jerk, and he would show up at the theater looking for our producer, his name David. He would go, "Where's David? Where's David? David." He's the only person he would talk to. The only person he would talk to was David.
And apparently his famous Hamlet soliloquy, was it you telling me this or was it Mike? It was somebody telling me this, and he was like, I knew I was in trouble when that soliloquy began. What a piece of work is the man's.
No, I never saw it at a protest, but
funny.
Now I wish I had.
Yeah. We have now seen 2 Max Fun live shows. We got this in Philly forever ago in the greatest Jen Share Your Embarrassment tour, also in Philly. Yeah, Greg, we need to send it. We need a Max Fun contingent on the East Coast to keep things strong. We've got the Little Mayor in Max Fun land.
Jeremy?
Yeah.
Yep. I don't know. I don't know. It's like vaguely Eastern European, like somewhat out there.
It's like Tommy Wiseau, like he won't tell anyone where he is.
Yeah, Tommy Wiseau's a little more like you think maybe he's friend, like, hey, what's going on, Mark? But this guy is like David. He sounded like Gary Oldman's Dracula. David, I've crossed oceans of time to be with you.
That's
so I don't know where.
I had to do Romanian the other day, and I just straight up, I think, did Russian.
Yeah, they're
Quick.
pretty close. Oh, here we go. This is a good. I've always wanted a giant circus mallet. How much is too much to pay for an antique giant circus? How antique are we talking? Like if
And
it's
how
early 20th
giant?
century and it's like the large one? I don't know. I don't think I would pay if it's the paint is good on it.
600?
I would. I
700?
don't think I'd pay more than 100 for it. Maybe 150.
I did not know a circus mallet was a thing.
Yeah, it's the strong man. It's for the
Oh,
test your strength.
right.
But I think here's the thing: you're gonna get absolutely hosed on the shipping. So
Yeah.
you're gonna what a lot of people on eBay are doing right now, which can tip me off too, because I noticed it. I was like, the price for this is great. You know, it's for like a cassette, like a Return of the Jedi storybook and cassette, which weighs nothing, easy to ship. And the price will be like $4, which is a great price for that. Then the shipping will be $25. So that way they sort of hook you into buying it, and the shipping is insane. I think I bought one thing that way, and I was like, I gotta chill on this.
Can you just pick it up? If it's, I guess.
No, it was in like Kansas or something. I'm not driving out to Kansas for something that's $4.
Yeah.
40s, 50s, and yes, large. I wouldn't go more than 150. I don't know what the price is. If you want to drop the link in, we can all take a look at it. But I think I don't know that I pay that much for it. You kind of have to see. I would do a search for that, and then look at completed items. That'll tell you what prices are, what it's going for, and whether that person's asking too much or not.
Yeah, because you can't look at just what things are being auctioned for. At one point, I because that's not going to sell. I snapped a photo. Remember when Twinkies went away for a while?
Mm-hmm.
When Twinkies went away for a while, I was curious to see what they were going for on eBay. But instead of checking the completed items, I went to what they're currently being auctioned at, and a box of Twinkies was $8,000.
Yeah.
And then like a year later, some other company bought all those bakeries, and just the only thing that changed on it was a division of blank. That little blank at the end was the only thing that changed.
Yeah, you can't. There's no reason to change perfection.
Exactly. The Twinkie is a perfect food. Well, there is only one time that the Twinkie has been changed and more perfected.
And that's
in the movie UHF.
Yeah.
The Twinkie wiener sandwich. Twinkie, sliced open, hot dog, easy cheese. Perfect.
I would eat that.
Yeah, I would too.
You know, after this,
10 out of 10 would eat.
Jennifer and I had breakfast, and then we went to we just wanted to go take a little walk.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we'll walk outside. It's a nice neighborhood nearby. So we're driving, looking for a place to park, and we see, there's a high school. The high school's open, and there's like a game happening, like a Pee-wee football game.
You stop and watch a football game?
We parked and walked around, almost bought a hot dog at their concession stand right after eating breakfast, I might add. And then I was like, well, maybe later, why don't we walk over to Costco, because we're near a Costco. We'll get hot dogs there, because their hot dogs are the size of Zeppelins.
Yeah.
And they cost $1.50 for a drink and a hot dog and a bag of chips.
Pretty good. How was the game?
Oh, we saw the punting is terrible. These kids. And then the first play, there's a handoff play.
Uh-huh.
The linebacker's tracking. He walks right through the offensive line. He's tracking the play all the time. As soon as the handoff happens, kid is down. I was like, if they'd been running an RPO there, you could fake the handoff, and the quarterback would have had daylight.
Did you go down there on the sidelines and just yell
yards.
to the
Yeah.
Kids sports are fun. I've been watching online. I've been watching my nephew's because he's up in Boise. I've been watching his Little League games, and my favorite thing, we may have talked about this before. My favorite thing about Little League is because none of the kids are used to, like, the catcher is not used to catching the ball and making a quick throw.
Yeah.
How many stolen bases do you see in an average Major League Baseball game?
I mean, now if you saw 4, it would be a lot.
Right. This is why Little League is more fun than Major League Baseball. In the first game of the season, there were 26
per team.
In the one inning that I watched, because I have it on a separate screen, I'm checking in a little bit. End of the second right now. They're up 10-4. And the number of stolen bases so far is, at least in the first inning, I saw at least 7 stolen bases. It's so fun. Okay, inspired. Let's see. What would your action figure be? What would be the accompanying prop? and the action tagline on the box.
Go ahead, Mark. What would yours be?
Ideally, my action figure would be vintage thespian. My accompanying prop would be a wooden sword. The box would look like a proper Victorian proscenium theater, and the action tagline would be places.
I think.
What would yours be?
Mine would be Hal Lublin, Philadelphia fan variety kit. So it would be me in one of my 3 T-shirts, wearing shorts and Crocs, and then a hat for each of the Philly teams, each of the 5 professional Philly teams, and then a stuffed gorilla would come also with it on the side.
And
the tagline would be, "No one likes us, we don't care."
Would you be able to swap out the shirts, or would it be like one of those old battle damage things where it would like flip?
No.
And like you would like push a button and it would go from Phillies to Eagles to Sixers.
No, it would be hats. You get hats.
Nice.
The different
like
hats
that.
you'd switch out. That's like the modern.
Yeah.
That's like the modern thing. And then the shirt would be much like real life.
Your Avengers shirt.
There's like one shirt.
Yeah.
Which shirt?
Your Avengers shirt.
Yeah. How many of my shirts can you name just off the top of your head?
Avengers.
Yep.
Captain America.
Sure.
Thrilling Adventure Hour. Welcome to Night Vale.
Yeah.
The Philly Special.
Oh yeah, I haven't worn that one in a while.
You have an Eagles T-shirt. Obviously,
I have a bunch of those. Yeah,
a bunch of Eagles T-shirts. You have like Eagles. Your Eagles T-shirt collection seems to be based on events. So you have like Eagles Super Bowl T-shirt, Eagles playoff T-shirt.
Yes.
And then I'm trying. There's a baby blue one that I'm missing. Is there a GI Joe one in there?
No, I've never had a GI Joe.
There's not a GI Joe. What's the baby blue one I'm thinking of?
I don't know. Phillies? Maybe it's a Phillies
Maybe
T-shirt.
It's a Phillies shirt. I have my Hal shirt, which is all that matters.
Yes, that might be the baby blue shirt. The Hal shirt.
That may be, yeah. The baby blue shirt I'm thinking of is my Hal shirt.
There you go. That's pretty much all of them.
Yeah.
That and some SAG strike T-shirts now.
I know. I've got my SAG strike shirts. Fell apart again. That's all right. We'll look. That means we're fighting.
That's right.
That means we're not caving. So
their playbook has not changed since they dealt with the Writers Guild. So now we're in the union busting portion, where they try to use the press to make themselves look good. Guess what? Not gonna work.
Not gonna happen. Yeah.
Ken, what would your action figure be? Would it just be a bunch of action figures?
It would be Action Figure Man.
It would be me sitting at a computer that's loaded to eBay, and I would come with a carded Darth Vader, and the tag on the box would be "Collect them all?" ?
Nice. I like that your action figures prop is another tiny version of an action figure, still in its packaging.
Yeah.
That's so great.
That's great. Ken, as long as you're here. Oh, he's gone. Never mind. Oh,
there
you're back.
You're back.
Ken, as long as you're here, I know you have the last time we had to like scramble to get the trivia stuff, but this time it's prepared. Do you want to do a little trivia right now? Do we have I'm
going to ask you a question, and it's whoever beeps in first with the answer.
How do we beep in?
We've established that lag doesn't do that.
No, the lag, there is no lag for us right now. There's lag for them. In StreamYard, there is no lag. So you just make a noise, and that's your whatever you want to do.
Or just say the answer?
No, don't shout answers. That's crude.
All right.
Your question is, I'm not going to tell you a category.
Okay.
Who said of being cast as oddball losers, quote unquote, "I feel like Tom Cruise, but I look like Howdy Doody"?
Ooh.
Read that again.
Who said of being cast as oddball losers, quote unquote, "I feel like Tom Cruise, but I look like Howdy Doody"?
I have no clue.
Gags.
Gags, your answer?
Michael Cera.
Michael Cera is incorrect. Hal, would you like to take a guess?
Look like Howdy Doody.
Sorry, Michael. I don't think you look like Howdy Doody that much.
I feel like Tom Cruise, but I look like
looks
Howdy
like
Doody.
Bird Lady from Kids in the Hall.
That feels like the kind of thing that David Spade would say. I'm just gonna say David Spade, knowing that I'm most likely wrong.
The thing is, Tom Cruise, it could go any era.
Yeah.
That is incorrect. That is also incorrect.
Who's got an answer? Well, let's see if people can get it. Greg threw out Buscemi.
That's the only one that's been thrown out.
All right.
The answer is William H. Macy.
Okay.
He does look like Howdy Doody.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
Like a dark hat. If Howdy Doody was playing Willie Loman.
I think he's one of the great actors. Atlantic Theater Company, his theater company with Mamet. If there are actors watching this, Practical Handbook for the Actor, written by the Atlantic Theater Company, is amazing.
Yeah. And he'll do anything to send his kids to college.
Oh my God.
Would you like another question?
I'm going to, yes, please.
Your
This is
next
exciting.
question is who played Jennifer Lopez's son in My Family and her daddy in Selena?
Who played he played Jennifer Lopez's son in one and her dad in another?
Yes.
So Selena was like 20 years ago.
Gag.
When was
Wait,
My
I buzzed
Family?
in. I buzzed in.
Oh, you buzzed in. Okay.
Hal, do you have an answer?
I'm gonna guess. I know this is wrong. Armando Sante.
Armando Sante is incorrect.
Darn it.
Mark, you have a guess?
Her son in Selena or her dad in Selena?
Daddy and Selena.
Son in My Family, daddy in Selena.
What is My Family?
Mi Familia?
Mi Familia.
But then
Right?
he
What
said
year was that?
daddy. So daddy might have been someone she was seeing. It's a very specific term.
That's true. That is a very specific term.
But they
I
also
have no-
translated Mi Familia, so who knows?
That's true. I have no idea.
Andy Garcia.
Andy Garcia is a good guess too.
Yeah.
This is a tough one. People of the world.
Please send me a note on Facebook, and we can arrange that. I'm always welcome new trivia kits to add to the mix.
Yeah.
And
What's
thank
the
you.
answer, Ken?
The answer is Edward James Olmos.
Darn it. You know, that was one of the names that went through my head.
I love Edward James Olmos.
I just showed Jennifer recently. She hadn't seen Stand and Deliver. And we watched that.
Yeah.
Such a good movie.
He's amazing.
Fantastic in that.
He
Oscar
now
nominated.
he has inaugurated LA Latino Film Festival. And this year he was so excited about one performer. We may have talked about this, and it was La Problemista is the movie, and the Julio Torres. He was all Edward James almost wants to talk about now is how great he thinks Julio Torres is, which I think is so cool that he's like, is anyone dressing up for Halloween? Yes. Going to a party, dressing up for Halloween. Don't know what the costume is going to be yet. The one that's on the table right now.
You have to do a couple's costume, right?
We're going to do a couple costume for Annie and I. The one that is on the table right now is she wanted to do Nanogenarian Cougar Mrs. Claus and for me to be Bondage Santa, which I think is a pretty funny bit. It's so weird. It's so weird, but I think it's so funny.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, Bondage
Do it.
Santa.
What
about you, Hal?
I famously don't dress up for Halloween. Never been a costume guy. Just never have been.
What's
So
your
I have
Halloween shirt?
No, I don't even have a Halloween shirt. Too much of a costume.
You don't
Too
even
much.
do the. You don't even do the half-assed dad at a Comic-Con Superman shirt underneath a white shirt and a tie.
Never done it.
Wow. Did you do it when you were a kid?
I dressed up when I was a kid a little bit, but a lot of times I would be like, I don't even know if we're gonna go trick or treating, and then it would happen last minute. This is like in mid, to early teens, and then it would just throw something together.
Yeah. If you were going to be a not you Thrilling Adventure Hour character for Halloween, who would you be? Currently picturing me as Amelia Earhart, Fearless Flyer, and you couldn't say why. I can say why. That's a great idea and an awesome costume. And I would love to be Amelia Earhart, Fearless Flyer. I think the most fun costume, though, would probably, to me, be Colonel TikTok.
Yeah, that'd be
Colonel
a fun
TikTok
one.
would be such a fun costume.
Yeah, I was gonna say General Rex Flagwell for me,
That's really good, too. Yeah. I like Rex Flagwell.
or anybody from the the Tales of the USSA. Gene
Yeah.
Peoples.
Gene Peoples. Oh, wait. Any non-me? Hal, aim your camera a little bit that way. Yeah, that's who I'd be.
That's Evie.
Yeah. Philip
a better
Fathom, the
angle
deep
if I
sea
do this?
detective.
That better?
That's a great angle.
You like that better? Hold on. Let me.
Yeah, then we get to see your thrilling adventure hour corner.
I just gotta move stuff. I don't want to knock over my PlayStation 5. But I'll come around here.
Wow, that was a flex.
That I that I bought a PlayStation 5.
I don't want to knock over my. Hang on a second. The keys to my Maserati are in the way of my microphone.
What a flex. Oh, this is
Yeah.
great. Now I'm
I like
further
this.
away. I wonder if now I can wear these without glare. I bet they'll still glare. No, that's better.
If you were a human's if you were a human's pet, what terrible costume would they put you in against your will?
Pumpkin.
Pumpkin, yeah. I imagine that mine would probably put me in vintage 1960s Chef Boyardee from the commercials.
I've never in my life. Every dog owner will tell you. I'm sure. There's no way I haven't mentioned this before. This is one of my core beliefs.
Mm-hmm.
Every dog owner thinks their dog loves being in costumes, and every dog that is captured on film in a costume looks miserable.
Yeah.
That dog does not want to be dressed as the farmer from American Gothic. I don't care how much you want it to be true, because they look so cute, and they do.
Yeah.
I saw a TikTok with a monkey dressed like a farmer, wearing jeans and a plaid shirt. I was like, let that monkey be a monkey.
Wait a minute. How do you know that was a costume and that just wasn't a farmer monkey? Like he has a banana farm.
Oh, it could be. Oh, the monkey was with a rooster.
Yeah.
And standing with the rooster, and then
Maybe he has a chicken farm and he knows what he's about to do to that rooster, and that's why he's making that face.
The monkey had the rooster's beak in its mouth, so it was like,
oh man.
Hal, you didn't answer the Halloween costume question, so I'm going to rephrase it and see if you can answer it this way.
Mhm.
You're cast in a production,
Yes.
stage production.
yes.
In one of the scenes, you have to be in a Halloween costume, but the director has said you get to choose the Halloween costume that you get to be in this production. What do you choose?
Dr. Octopus. I want the largest, most unwieldy.
The Alfred
costume.
Molina
great.
Dr. Octopus with the trench coat?
No, I want
No, just
Or the,
an
the
octopus.
spandex Elton John comic
Yeah.
version.
I want the yellow, bright green
Bowl cut?
glasses, bowl cut.
Oh
The
my god.
giant tentacles that don't look real. They're round and they have little tic tacs on the end of them.
The
For
wedding
grippers.
invitation to your wedding to Aunt May?
Yes.
I want you to be lowercase d, lowercase o, Dr. Octopus. Just an octopus who is a doctor.
Yeah, that's why I'm here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would do
Excellent
that.
thinking, Ken.
Oh, it'd also be fun to do the shower costume that Daniel LaRusso wears in the
Pretty
Karate
good.
Kid.
Yeah.
I have a question for you too.
Yeah.
Yep.
Is it a
What
trivia
malt
question?
beverage marketed by Coors capitalized on the clear craze of the early 90s?
Hal,
Hal, your answer?
Zima.
Correct.
Dang.
It's 1 point for Hal.
Well done.
That was every Jewish fraternity on the Syracuse campus. Just Zima
Zima.
bottles.
It's something different.
It was something different, and it no longer exists.
Would you like another time travel question?
Yes.
What tagline did AOL and Kodak dream up for their joint online photo service?
Ken,
Hal?
you've got photos.
Correct.
Oh, I was looking for the rhyme. I was like, you've got mail, but what word for photo rhymes with mail? They just went with, screw it, we're just going to say you've got photos.
You've got mail, so
You've
give us
got pictures.
mail.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was the 90s.
Hey, man, it was a different
This
time.
is why AOL lost billions ultimately, and Warner Brothers is in the state that it's in.
Did I tell you about the conversation I had when I canceled my AOL? I called the number. I was like, I was like, for some reason I had to call to do it. I was like, I need to cancel my AOL. Oh, really? Why is that? Well, I now get my internet service from an internet service provider through my cable company. It's high-speed internet. I no longer need the dial-up, so I'm canceling my service. And she went, well, did you know that you can use your AOL service to supplement your new, faster, higher speed DSL, and it will make your bridge to the internet that much easier? And I said, so are you expecting me to now pay double for the internet, paying AOL a fee just for the privilege of using AOL's homepage? And she went, yes. And I said, do you have this phone conversation a lot? And she went, all day.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Just that's all she does all day.
That poor lady.
Yeah. I know. You gotta feel for someone who is in a situation like that. It's like it's like the carriage reins salesman after cars have been invented.
Yeah. You know what's good is after AOL kind of really changed, she went to work for Columbia House, so she's doing fine.
She's doing fine. Good.
Hey, you two.
Hey, Ken.
What guitar vet titled 80s albums Pickin' the Hits, Stay Tuned, and East Tennessee Christmas?
Mark?
East Tennessee. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Hal.
Is it Stevie
Hal?
Ray Vaughan?
That is incorrect.
Will you read the question one more time?
What guitar vet titled 80s albums Pickin' the Hits, Stay Tuned, and East Tennessee Christmas?
Oh, I think I know who it is. Mark. can I
Marty
help you?
Stewart.
Wait, can I help you, Mark?
Yeah.
Is there a chance it's Lester Flat? Lester Flat?
I mean,
Flat Scruggs?
there's always a chance. It's not correct, but there's always a chance.
It's not Marty Stewart. No, he's mandolin more.
Those are all incorrect. Would you
Oh,
like the
the
correct
Chet
answer?
Atkins?
It is Chet Atkins.
Chet Atkins.
You don't get the point, but it is Chet
Oh,
Atkins.
I
He
love
owns
Chet
the guitar
Atkins.
shop in my town.
I love Chet Atkins and I love Django Reinhardt because they're like the same font in different genres. Yeah, it's
Also-
that, like Chet Atkins has they
super
both
fast,
have
like
that
skiffle sound.
I don't know
No.
if they've renamed it. It used to be called Gypsy Jazz, which is a terrible offensive name.
Let's call it
That
Roma
was-
Jazz.
That was giant. That was that?
Let's call it
Romany Jazz.
Roma Jazz then.
Romany Jazz. That was Django Reinhardt's French guitarist. No doubt you've heard something of his at some point. But Chet Atkins, like the American version, his Yakety Axe is really fun.
Quick answer, absolutely unequivocally yes. Also, good news, got Hal and Jen to start watching Taskmaster. Oh,
Now
no,
that
yeah,
they're all on YouTube now, right?
Yes,
Yes.
we've not been back, but we have enjoyed it. We do have to go back to it.
Hal,
it's
you've
hard.
written questions before.
Yes.
When you get bored, do you sometimes throw in words just to make it fun for you in your phrasing of a question? Like I wanna. This is otherwise a dull question. I'm gonna jazz this up
Oh dear.
because I'm about to ask you a question. And I want to know if this feels.
Oh,
like
you mean when
something.
I'm writing for my
When you're
job?
writing, when you're writing a question and you're like, oh, I don't want to ask this in a standard way. I want to like make this fun.
To answer your question, by and large, if I'm trying to make the question difficult, I will word it in a way that they have to think a little more. But I never want a question that I write to be difficult to decipher. Like it might be like,
You
hey,
pick
if
a
you
fun
were,
word that's a little extreme for the question you're asking.
It would be something like if you suffer from arachnophobia, which of the following films would you?
Okay, tell me
would
if
you
this
not wanna
fits
watch? And then
in
say,
that. Ready?
King of the Spiders is the answer, something like that. Go ahead.
What toy company unleashed Pound Puppies in 1985?
Mark
Mark, your answer?
Kenner.
That is incorrect.
Not Kenner. I
Unleashed. They unleashed him. Do you get it? It's also a pun.
I
You got
get it
No,
now.
that's a fun one. I think
Yeah,
that's a
well
fun
put.
way to. That's not unnecessary. It's just fun. It does
Yeah.
make it fun. I like that. I have asked questions like that. I think those are fun, and they sometimes you can use that to tip people off to the answer if it's supposed to be easy. My gosh, I know it's not Thai, but it's something like Thai. It's written on the heart. I'm gonna say Thai, even though I'm pretty sure that's no. There's no way that's right. It's not Thai. It's it was like an independent company though.
I'm gonna need an answer. Hell,
I'm gonna say Thai, knowing it's wrong.
no, Thai is Beanie Babies.
Yeah, I know
Only
Thai is Beanie Babies.
But it does start with a T. And it's
Tonka.
correct.
Tonka. Who knew? Trucks and pound puppies. I like it when trivia questions have an element that has nothing to do with like it's like almost like two different questions. one absurd thing and one that makes it easier. Like Jeopardy will sometimes do like, inexplicable severed feet have started washing up on the shores of this city, home to the NFL's Seahawks. And you're like, what? Wait, go back to that first part? Yeah.
Okay. Well, here's one for you then.
Okay. Give us one of those, Ken.
What team won its first NFL title since 1942 with two undersized receivers known as the Smurfs?
Hal, this one's all you. I don't know anything about
1942.
42 is long before.
Smurfs. I'm going through. Can we go through together? We should work on this together. I'm going through all the.
Did the Cardinals win anytime recently?
No. Cardinals have not won since it became the Super Bowl. The Cardinals have not won. So it's like only a handful of teams that have won. Yeah. Right? You have the Packers, you have the Jets, the Vikings, the Steelers
that were around in 42 that have won Super Bowls. Since.
Yeah, it's gonna be. It's not the Lions. The Lions have not won a Super Bowl. Did it say what year the Super Bowl was? No. Just said they were 1942 championship.
I can read it again if you'd like.
Yeah.
What team won its first NFL title since 1942 with two undersized receivers known as the Smurfs?
Is it possible? I think because of the time it was, I would say it was the Chicago Bears.
Did you buzz in?
Mark.
No, we're doing this together.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
you both
tried to
you
destroy you.
Go ahead, buzz in. You
the
said
Chicago Bears.
That is incorrect. It's not the Chicago Bears.
Oh, so I can steal it?
Yes,
you can steal it, but I'll help you steal it.
Yeah.
Are you also going with the Chicago Bears?
No. Trying to think of teams that have been around that long, and the Smurfs says that it's in the 80s. So who are the teams that won in
the
80s?
Smurfs would be the 80s, yeah.
The Oakland Raiders.
We're very serious about trivia, Leslie.
Got the Oakland Raiders. They won in 1980 or 81. Didn't the Purple People Eater and the Vikings win one of the early ones? No, they haven't won. That's a bummer. They've not won.
Choked 4 times. Oof.
It wouldn't be San Francisco because they don't date back to 1942. Then
I like Owen's comment. I feel like I'll resent what counts as undersized in this context. Yeah, as a 5'9" short king, and you too are a short king, Owen. I feel you.
I don't know. It's got to be a team from the 80s, but I'm blanking. I know there's a team.
The Raiders is it? When did the Raiders come about, though?
The Raiders were. I wouldn't be the
around
Raiders.
In 42.
Because the Raiders. The Smurfs.
I'll give you one last chance.
This is the most we've ever talked about football. We got this thing.
Here's the hint that I will give you to.
Okay.
It does also test your sports knowledge.
Mm.
Think of the 80s.
Yep.
Think of what teams won the Super Bowl in the 80s. Okay.
That's what we're trying to do. And
we got that far.
And pick one of those.
Thanks, Ken.
Yeah, that's what we're trying to do.
But you only have 10 choices. That's it.
The 49ers.
The 49ers won a few.
But did they win any before the 80s?
No, they weren't around. I'm just going through who won in the 80s.
Yeah, so who then in the 80s also has a team
that's
that
the New York Giants.
Is that your answer?
Yes.
That is incorrect.
Screw you. What's the answer?
What's the answer?
The answer is the Washington, not going to say the last part.
Oh, that's right.
There you go.
Washington, the Commanders. They're now the Commanders. You can say the Commanders.
Yeah.
I still wanted him to keep Washington football team. It made it sound like a European football club.
It does, yeah, like LAFC.
Or
I want
government
to get some of the I want to get some of the merch from that one season where they were just called Washington football team.
Isn't New York like that? Isn't it like the New York Football Club as well?
And now,
in the MLS?
Yeah, Seattle's the Sounders, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then Portland is the Timbers. Those are really fun too. It's a really fun, it's a really cool league. And then we have the Union with Fang, the snake who magically. There's a whole backstory for him. Go read it for yourself.
Oh, jeez.
Fang
so
the
now
snake.
Everyone can look up what the heights were for the Smurfs to see what
They
they
were-
were calling undersized.
They were each 3 apples high.
La 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 la.
You
Oh, I
wanna-
smurfed my knee. My career is over.
Stop
Well-
smurfing and smurf.
do you two have any announcements or anything upcoming that you want to tease?
No.
I was thinking it might be nice the next time we do one of these
Yeah, that would be nice to do one of these.
to have an opening act. How do you feel about that?
Sure. I like an opening act.
Have a song from Carter Parton Rogers to open one of these?
Oh, I would love that.
I hear she has a song about opening one of these.
She has a song about opening one of these.
Amazing.
Hold on, let me see if I can get her through the wall. Hey, Carter, will you do an opening song for us at our next town hall?
I didn't hear you.
I said, would you open for us at our next town hall and do a song?
I would love that.
There you go.
Thank y'all. Oh my gosh, let's do it.
Well, you want to
Thanks,
wave to everybody?
Carter.
Where can my
Just
hand
with
be
your
at?
keep coming in. There it is. There you go.
Oh,
Hey, Carter.
look, I got my blanket that my grandma made.
There it is.
Ooh, oh, look at that. Grandma's blanket.
Grandma's
Isn't that
blanket.
nice?
The
Isn't
blanket
that
of
the name
many
the song of
colors.
yours?
The blanket my grandma made.
Yeah, Grandma's blanket. It's the
I
new
love
track.
that. Tell Ken we'll write a song about that.
Okay.
Love
Bye,
y'all.
Carter.
Bye, Carter.
Love y'all.
Love you
too.
back.
It's so nice that you and Jen have let Carter stay with you.
Yeah.
She doesn't have anywhere else to go.
Oh man.
She needs
I
a
know.
place to
I
stay.
love that.
Oh, that's fine.
Oh, gosh.
We're happy
Now
to
she's
have
gonna go
you.
write a song about it.
Oh my
I'm
gosh.
gonna call it Living with Myself.
There you go.
I have a question for you two.
Yep.
What drama sparked the TV movie sequels Look Back to Yesterday, Bless All the Dear Children, and The Last Farewell?
What film drama?
What drama, what TV drama
TV
sparked
drama.
the TV movie sequels Look Back to Yesterday, Bless All the Dear Children, and The Last Farewell?
Oh, Hal.
Mark.
Hal?
Little
You're-
House on the Prairie.
That is correct.
Yeah. Dang it. The one that I actually was about to get.
I would have been in trouble
I
if I
got
hadn't
time
gotten that.
beaten. Yeah. You have any more? Come
I
on,
do.
Ken. I got to get one trivia question right this game. I'm
Okay.
embarrassed at how terrible I've done.
What 4'11" actress
Ah,
played
dang it.
Rosie the waitress in numerous bounty ads?
Holy cow! What?
Oh, Hal.
Hal?
Her name is
What?
God. Her name is Nancy. Do you remember her last name?
Nancy Davis. Then she became Nancy Reagan.
No.
And she mopped up drug abuse all through the 80s. back when those two Smurfs won the Super Bowl.
Oddly, it was clumsy and brainy. Her name is Nancy. I can't remember her last name.
I mean, that is
I
part
know.
of the answer. So you'd have to give me a first and a last name.
If I tell you that she was also in the Village People movie Can't Stop the Music, does that count as extra points?
Just personal points you can award yourself, but no.
Yes, I did it.
Oh, unlike the points that get awarded for this trivia game, which actually have monetary value.
They're going to be
Well-
stored in our mausoleums.
Well, I'm sure they have some kind of value because you want to get just one before we end.
I know. I'm distracted right now because my nephew is at bat.
Nancy.
And they can't text it for Google the answer back to you.
No,
I'm gonna
yeah,
say
he's
Nancy Morgan. I know her. That's not the last name.
That's you're confusing with
the
Harry
captain.
Morgan.
No, I'm just throwing out a name. I'm not
that-
confusing her with Harry Morgan.
Nancy
I know her.
Morgan is incorrect.
Okay.
Mark, would you like to steal this?
Nancy Drew, second act of her career.
No. But unless Drew is not her married name, and later
No, her
changed
married
it
name
to
is Reagan.
is Nancy Walker.
Nancy Walker.
Walker.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
You know what? I was just about to ask this question. I was like, that's just giving Mark a
Come
point,
on, give
and
me
I don't
one.
want to give you.
Give me one.
I want
Let's
you
do
to
it.
earn the point. No, this is why. Do you know?
You
this
gave
is the
Hal
question.
questions about toys.
This is the question I looked
I
at,
didn't
and this
get it
is
right.
giving you a point. You don't want to earn a point this way, and you're going to agree with me when you hear this question. Okay.
All right. Hal, don't
What-
say anything.
What musical was advertised with images of the waif Cosette posed before a
Mark
fluttering
Hal.
flag?
Les Miserables.
You don't, but you don't want to earn it that way.
I earned it that way.
you
Don't
don't
you?
wanna-
Don't
you don't
you?
wanna
Don't
do
you
that.
take this away from me, Plume?
You did no. You don't. Okay, fine. I'll give you a point for that. That's
Thank
still
you.
3-1.
You don't have to be mean about it.
Yeah.
Wait, break open the video game book.
That
No,
stupid
no,
video
no
game.
video
book.
game book.
Throw out a year. What did you? burn
Does
that
anyone
thing?
else have any more questions in the town hall?
I think they're enjoying this.
Just enjoying me getting my butt whooped in trivia. By the way, my nephew hit a single, fielder error, made it to second, and has now stolen third. So, yeah, go nephew.
Well done.
Yeah.
Well done.
Yeah, very
That's an
exciting.
athletic family right there.
Have we had favorite ongoing ad storyline? Over here, the Gold Blend couple are infamous, along with Nicole and Papa. Who's your favorite ongoing? I don't know who Nicole and Papa are.
I don't know. Is those things that we did?
No. This is just storylines of advertisements.
Oh, in advertisements.
yeah.
I'm really into the workplace politics of Flo and all those people in Progressive.
It's
'Cause I
really
can't-
fun.
Can't tell what I can't quite tell what they are.
Or
but
who's
they're
sleeping
putting, like-
together.
Like
At the office?
I'm not gonna have Progressive. I don't have it. I've never once has it made me want to get it.
Mhm.
But I love just watching, like, what's the interplay here?
Yeah.
Who likes who? Do they all enjoy their job this much? They don't like each other, but I feel like they don't like each other, but they like what they do.
Or when
That's what
they
I kinda
let Flo
yeah.
go and then brought her back, I guess as a consultant.
Well, and then Flo now, I love that because she's such a brilliant performer.
Mhm.
They're letting her the clumps her way through some of those commercials now.
Yeah.
Where she plays a bunch of different characters.
Is she currently a groundling or just a former groundling?
I think once a groundling, always a groundling, like by name. It's like saying you're an
Picture's
alum.
not up on the wall. I mean,
Right.
current company. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
not current company.
Mm.
My favorite, and this isn't really a mythology or anything of a storyline, but I always get excited to see what the next version of Don't Turn Into Your Parents is. Because they've done so many versions in a hardware store, in an
Yeah.
elevator, at
They're
the
great.
office, on the internet, like every one of those, comedy gold.
Yeah, I want more of them. I wish if they had longer
They're
versions
so
on YouTube,
good.
I would watch them.
Yeah, they're so good.
I
What was that
also
last thing
don't-
that popped up that was about Nicole and Papa? They're French?
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
the Renault Clio, which is
Gotcha.
a car.
And my favorite
Yes.
ongoing saga
Mark,
is the IBS of the Sherman Bears.
Oh, yeah.
jeez.
No, I mean, they just love making Dookie. They're
They love
so
talking
excited.
about it. They talk like, do you think that they're friends when they go to a party? They're like, oh, great. Guess what? I'm going to get cornered and talked to about.
I'm surprised they haven't put the TV in a room the size of the restroom and put a bunch of toilets in the living room so they can all socialize while they go to the bat. Like, isn't this great?
Hey,
Yeah.
you two.
Yes.
Now, there's a music question for you.
Okay.
What British duo named itself as a tribute to primal scream therapy?
Wait, say that again.
What British duo named itself as a
Hal.
tribute to primal scream therapy? Hal?
Tears for Fears.
Tears for Fears is correct.
Whoa. I've never heard of primal scream therapy. Does not sound like something I want to do.
Yeah, you go to the woods, you bang on a drum, you scream,
Yeah.
and you feel better.
That's like that class out of New York that's now gone national that calls itself The Class. It's like a workout class where you have to wear all white or beige or light colored clothes and you scream at the world while doing jumping jacks and calisthenics and stuff. I don't know.
I hate that.
Yeah. Leslie, I don't know how Hal knows these things either. It's almost as if professionally he writes trivia questions.
I do professionally write trivia questions, that's true. But also that one I felt like was one I could intuit
Yeah.
because it the only thing that makes sense for Primal Scream Therapy would be Tears for Fears.
I thought The Cure, but that's not a duo. The duo was the thing that caught me up.
Yeah, I was like, who are the duos? There's Wham,
Yeah.
Soft Cell. I think
Yeah.
is two guys.
If Primal Scream Therapy were the catalyst for the band name Wham, it would have just been Wham.
Yeah,
Eurythmics.
Flock of Seagulls was two guys.
Yeah. Yeah. Next question. What do we got?
This is a sports question.
Dang it.
Let's go to either of you.
No, it can't.
Who
Could be
hit
about Tennessee football.
390 in 1980, the closest to a 400 hitter that baseball had seen since World War II?
No idea.
Hal.
Hal
Was it George Brett?
gets the point.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then in the 1994
The next
short
category
season,
is obscure Star Wars characters,
you know the
followed by
tragedy.
Philadelphia.
You know the 1994 season where there was no World Series, there was a strike. Was like the year the Expos were like the best team in baseball. Tony Gwynn had a shot at hitting 400. Cal Ripken would have broken Lou Gehrig's streak. Like it was just this crazy year of like what might have been. That's one of the weirdest baseball seasons. It could have if the Expos had been good, it could have. And they if they had won the World Series that year, it might have saved the franchise.
Who knows? The Expos may come back if they're still only half filling Tampa's stadium.
Well, Yuppie's still around, so
Yeah.
that's all that matters.
Yes, get some Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego cards. Let's get some geography, some Disney, some people and places of the world questions. It's all just been sports and Hal stuff.
Okay, how about this?
Carmen Sandiego's in Jakarta.
What hot Christmas ditty reported there were hoof prints on her forehead and incriminating clause? Mark.
Grandma got run over by a reindeer.
That is correct.
Thank you. Christmas, that's my jam. That I can F with, as the Phillies say.
As Nick Castellanos would say. Casty.
All right, I think we have time for one more question from the people of the world, if we have any of those.
And 10 more trivia questions.
Or one more trivia question.
Also, a reminder to everyone.
Yes.
To keep an eye on the Facebook group. And also, if they subscribe to this YouTube channel, if they're watching it on YouTube, they will get an announcement when the next town hall is scheduled.
Yes.
Do we talked about, can you send me that design you did, Mark, really quickly?
Yeah.
I want to show it to everybody.
The one that's going to be illegal, but we can't.
It's not illegal. It's not illegal. You made it yourself.
Let's see.
I need a new version of it anyway. I want to share it with everybody. Ken, I will take care of this because people have asked, we asked you for what merch to get, and we're going to try to put out a bunch of stuff, and hopefully some people get it. But this is one that was requested in particular that I think Mark did a great job on, and I promptly lost the design because our thread that the three of us have disappear. Anything important disappears in a string of 8 TikToks a piece that we send one another.
Yeah, it's just a curated TikTok feed at this point. Like I think all 3 of our TikTok, I don't have it readily available.
To be fair, most of the TikTok links are Hal and I, and it's just Mark replying with a ha.
I do watch them all and enjoy them. I send a few.
We're just curating for Mark is what really is happening in that.
Now TikTok, my TikTok feed thinks I have the same tastes.
Well, I mean, considering some of Hal's TikTok taste, I'm sorry that your feed is.
By the way,
cooking and crap.
Everything Ken sends is something I have already sent.
Yeah.
Or already seen.
Ken has sent some moments after you sent the exact same one.
Yeah.
There are some that I just sent to Mark, though.
That's true. There are some, and I love that.
Mark gets special curation on some of them that I don't think he'd care about.
Hell yeah.
That's fine.
I
appreciate that.
I'm trying to find graphics and
Photoshop?
logos. No, I can't find it readily. I'll find it and send it along.
I'm gonna keep looking while.
All right. If there are no more questions, thank you to everyone once again for joining us for a town hall. I love doing these. I love getting to see everybody and talk to everyone. Thanks for watching or for listening to the show. Thanks for coming to this. And
And is
Al?
the holiday merch available?
Oh,
Can
I
get
got
that?
it. I found it.
You found it?
Yep. Let me just.
He found a TikTok he wants to show everyone right now.
I found it. It's a guy farting.
Oh, jeez. It's a gorilla eating vegetables and then farting.
It's a gorilla eating vegetable. Hey, it's what they do. Let's not shame them.
I
for
found the
being
one
adults.
that we can't use, but I can't find the one that we can use. Because the one was a little bit too copywritten.
Because it had the PH, right?
Yeah.
I have the other one.
Yeah,
All right.
the F version. All right.
All right. Where's
Yeah, because one was straight up Phillies. Was two vintage Phillies logo.
yeah? Let me turn this into a PDF. This is worth it. Do you want to ask a question in the meantime? You want to ask Mark a question?
I'm going to ask,
specifically?
you know what? I'm going to get you guys on parody while you're doing that. So,
Mhm.
Mark,
Yeah.
rapid fire. What
Okay.
Billy Joel hit concerned a woman looking to branch out from her white bread world?
Uptown Girl.
That is correct. Mark,
Yeah.
what legendary dud gave Warren Beatty the line, I got a feeling something went wrong and now I own a blind camel?
Ishtar.
That is correct. You need one more point. What apocalyptic 1983 TV movie aired its second half commercial free, when sponsors declined to run ads after a nuclear war?
I have no idea. The Stand.
That is incorrect. What brand that began hyping cheese products with a blue-winged bovine mascot called the Dairy Fairy?
Borden.
No, I'll give you another try. What other big dairy brands you can think of?
Cadbury.
Big mac and cheese.
Altadena. Oh, Kraft.
That is correct. You tied. You're good.
Yeah, we did it.
All right, here we go. This is something
this
you
is
have
our new-
asked for. Let me trash this. We don't need that.
The full Philadelphia version.
This will be available as a T-shirt. I'm very excited to reveal this.
Dun 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 dun. Rich
There you go.
fight.
Coming soon.
Full Philly style.
Full Philly style. And I think we can put this on different color T-shirts. This, of course,
Yeah.
would be the classic Philadelphia powder blue. But I think we can do this in black and red and a couple
Yeah.
other ones. And we will have, hopefully, we will ask about having T-shirts that are traditionally men's cut and traditionally women's cut, so that they're different shapes. We want anybody, no matter what their body type, shape, or size is, to be able to wear stuff. But
To
this is
wear
it.
our
We're doing this,
merch.
and it's fantastic.
Wear it. Love it.
Will also be on a mug? Can
Yeah,
it be on a mug?
sure.
Groovy.
Can it be on a wrench?
I'd put
Sure.
it on a wrench. All right. I love you all. Thank you for coming to
Let's
this.
try to leave.
I've got to. I was like this. I have a bag packed next to me. I've got to be somewhere very, very quickly.
Okay, great.
I'm so
Get
sorry.
outta
I love
here.
you all. I love you. Thank you for this. This is amazing. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye.